Our episode number 4 of Generation Dragons. Thanks for everyone for tuning in on YouTube and or listening to us on any podcast platforms. Just to want to highlight that we are on all of them now. So if you want to hear our nice voices as we talk about video games, Transformers, and whatever else, you can listen to us on podcast platforms as well as watch us on YouTube. Anywho, hey Steve, how's it going?
Clint, it's great. I'm doing well. How you doing, my man?
Not bad, not bad. It's good to talk to you. Oh, that look delicious beer that I see that you have there.
Yeah.
Nothing for me. Now you know what? Sidetracking right off the bat, but I finished above 100% this year at my job, and they sent me a bottle of champagne for our conference for next week, our virtual conference that we're doing. So I get to drink a bottle of champagne to myself on Friday. Woot woot.
And Clint, you've been having a dry month, and good on you for trying that. I'm not ready to take those steps yet, so I'll drink for both of us for now until you're ready to have a beer with me again.
I appreciate that. So that's exactly it. I think hopefully in the next, maybe sometime in March we'll get together and do this in person. So let's aim for that. Anywho. So Steve, I know both you and I have arcade cabinets because we love both arcades, video games, and
retro games.
We like the preservation. We're really big on the preservation of games, right?
And physical media.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I know you picked up the Raspberry Pi 4 to start moving towards to that to see if there's enough bandwidth and RAM and all the other fun technical jargon that you need to run that kind of stuff and run PS1 games and Saturns and whatnot. How did it go? How's it gone? How's it run?
All right, so to be frank, don't do it. It's not worth it. Not worth going from the Pi 3 to Pi 4, at least yet.
Right.
So I'm already done. The Pi 3 is sitting in here right now. So I basically have a running portable cabinet that I can take and plug in anywhere. That's great, but I was looking to be able to play something to 32-bit realm and up, because right now the Pi 3 really won't play anything higher. It's 16-bit and below, so it's good for arcade, old-school gaming, which is really what I wanted it for. I ended up getting a reward from work and a $150 gift card from work for Amazon, so I figured, yeah, why not? Pull the trigger. It doesn't really cost me anything. But it's Pi 4 and new RetroPie. A lot of things aren't there that I wanted. I kept trying to pull down emulators and said it's not supported on this system. None of the games really that I wanted to play can play, because I do have a lot of the ROMs already from the newer systems, and I maybe got a couple to work, and generally those were arcade games that would crap out on the Pi 3. Yeah. And even then, it's really just a handful at best. So definitely not worth it if I was going to put the cash out for it. That said, I'm still hacking at it. One of the big problems I had is, how I like my box art, and I often just leave the arcade cabinet running so it shows all the old box art flashing by. Well, none of that was transferable. At least I tried to bring the config file that held it all over, and it didn't recognize it. So I'm literally flashing all the games again, like scraping the artwork. But other than that, if you're going to start fresh, go with a Pi 4. I picked up Pi 4B 8 gigabyte, and I'm hoping just it gets better and better, and I'll keep at it and update us again when I think it's worth it. But if you're listening to this and you want to do this, get a Pi 3. They're cheaper and they're quick and easy. I've done about 4 of them now, and just, I don't know. I need to play with it. I'm just disappointed over this week, I have to say.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Like, I when we did do the Pi 3 for myself for my arcade cabinet, it was up in the air, right? Because the Pi 4 had been released. It was a little bit harder to find, but all the emulation sites and all that stuff were saying don't do Pi 4. It's not ready yet. We haven't built the emulators correctly to run the ROMs and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's bound to come. The question is when, and hopefully soon enough that we can all it can go that way. We could get the PS1 games and the Saturn games and potentially, even a Dreamcast game for that matter, because that's exactly it. The Pi does run. You look at technically it should be powerful enough to run those emulators, right?
You would think,
So,
like the hardware, it's just so much better compared to what a lot of these games were playing on before.
exactly.
Arguably, sane because it's dedicated and whatnot. But and another thing to note, the earlier Pi 4s did have some power consumption issues and low voltage, if I remember right when I was doing the research. So if you do jump to a Pi 4, you want to make sure you get a later model.
Right.
Just heads up there. But again, Pi 3 did exactly what I want up to this point. I do it now that I have this like a portable, and I could just even throw it in the car and play in the back seat in the van, I should say, with the kids or something if my wife's driving. It kind of neglects, you can't see because it's blurred out, but it neglects the need for all those mini consoles that I have. I really just have them now for display.
So, because
32-bit, like Sony and all that. So
yeah, but then the mini consoles are legally supported.
That said, I own a lot of the ROMs. I'm not going to say all.
This is true. Did you catch any of the Direct yesterday? Were you able to watch it live? Yeah.
I did, but it was right around when I was getting in from shoveling and sort of getting dinner together. So my kids each have a night. Last night was my oldest, so she's pretty good. I just made sure she was doing what she needs to do, and then I was able to tune in.
Nice.
What did you think? I know you watched it.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was nice to see. They've been doing mini directs over the last, over 2020, but then the last big direct was 2019, so we didn't get a big direct for E3 this year and all that stuff. So it was nice to see. I mean, good to see some release dates on games like No More Heroes 3 and see the release date of Splatoon 3 being announced, which is pretty cool. I know I played Splatoon 1 and 2 and it wasn't huge into it. I do like them, but I know they have a huge following, which is cool. And the other big thing, I mean, for me, Skyward Sword, that announcement of Skyward Sword. Disagree there. Because I know this is a very unpopular opinion, but I actually really enjoyed Skyward Sword, except for the motion control. I think
that's why I never finished it. It's one of the few Zelda games I didn't.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think I played it with. Oh man! Well, Kathy and I kind of played through it, and I think it took me like a year and a half to play it because I was just so annoyed of the controls of the game, right? Mm-hmm. So, anywho, I'm glad to see that they're doing that, and the new Joy-Cons and all that stuff, which is gonna be awesome because I love new Joy-Cons. No More Heroes, Animal Crossing, big one. Stubbs the Zombie Man.
I can't wait for that.
I remember back when it came out on Xbox because pretty sure, if I recall,
Xbox original G1 baby.
I think it came out in and around the time the 360 was either had just released or was just about to be released. Like it was a late Xbox game.
Let's find out.
And it's sweet because it used the Halo engine. That was part of the reason why I really wanted to play it. So I'm hoping they do a physical release of this one. I know it's all digital coming out to the 3 systems, but I'm hoping they do a physical release. And if they do, I'll get it up on. I'll probably buy it on Xbox to keep it to the original. If not, I'll buy it on the Switch.
I'm with my keyboard. I'm typing, but it's not working.
Oh no.
There we go. It's just slow. Yeah. It's all looking good down here. I don't know why it's not working there.
The other big one I was super excited for was Mario Golf, the Super Rush. I always love myself some Mario Golf, and the way to do it with the controls of either using the Joy-Con to swing or just use regular controls, which is sweet. So
2005 October.
So 2005, November 2005, I'm pretty sure was the release of the 360, was it not?
So it would have been
a month before? Yeah. 2005.
Just before.
Xbox 360 release. Let's see. Sorry, go ahead, Sue. While I'm looking this up.
No, it's good. So Stubbs the Zombie was a game I really always wanted to play, and I just tried. And being that it was made with the Halo engine, I'm like, I gotta play this game because I loved Halo. And I just put it off, and finally, when I had the desire to really get into it, I couldn't find it anywhere. I'd waited too long. And not that I was heavy hunting for it, like it wasn't one of those things. I just had it in the back of my head. It'll just show up. I'll find it eventually. I did manage a game store.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never ended up picking it up. So that's why I'm excited about that. And with Zelda Skyward Sword, it's a game I've always wanted to play, and I'll couple of times I tried to get into it, and it just felt like weird doing that with the nunchuck and the Wiimote. And I'm like, oh man! But I mean, I love Zelda, so I should have just powered through it.
Yeah, and I really liked that. It was difficult to power through that game because it was on the Wii, the motion controls, that was difficult, right? But then also, playing on an HD TV and then playing the Wii on an HD TV was tough, right? So like this one being an HD up convert is gonna be awesome because like even looking, I love the art style of it. I think that look of cartoon, like animated, like anime style.
Yeah, but not as animated as Wind Waker.
Yeah, exactly.
Too kiddie looking.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was a good game, but every time I watched it, I was like, "What the hell is this crap?"
Yeah.
Grow up, Nintendo. But,
yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm interested on that. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's July, big game. Like it's such a crazy. I stopped in at EB today just to go have a good chat with the guys because they had reopened up, and we were talking about it. And it's just like, usually March is a pretty heavy month for pretty good releases. April is not too bad. Things start trickling down throughout the summer, and then it picks back up in like late August with Madden, and then so on into the year, right? But this year, it's like June has like 3 or 4 big games, right? You've got Mario Golf, you've got Ratchet and Clank, and there's a few others why I've drawn a blank on, but a few of the ones that were announced on the Direct. So it's like that. And then July, you've got Zelda. You've got a few other big name games coming out. And it's like, wait, aren't we supposed to be outside playing in the sun? I mean, I guess now we could play our Switch outside in the sun, right? That's outside. That's outside.
I got a funny story on that, actually. This is before COVID, like a couple of years ago. But a buddy of mine was trying to get his kids to play outside. And he's like, that's it. You're not going on any devices. You're not coming in. You're going outside and doing something. And he pushed them out and closed the door.
Yeah.
He checked on them like 20 minutes later just to see, and they're literally just sitting on his outdoor step, sitting there waiting for the time to pass. So they go back in and play. I'm like, wow. Dude, that's brutal.
Wow, that's funny. That's funny. But, the other big one that I saw, which is sweet, that's coming to Switch, is Outer Wilds. Have you played that one on Xbox?
Yeah, just to try it out. I didn't really get into it, but I think it's a game I could definitely get in. I just had too many games at the time.
Yeah.
Which I think that's something we have, both of us, all the time. You start something, and then something new comes, and you start that, and then you don't go back and finish the other one.
Yeah. 100%. And I think Outer Wilds would definitely be one that falls into your
I know.
Your game, especially like the space. I played a little bit. I was in the same boat. I played a little bit, but never got into it too hard. But there's a lot of good news around it, like a lot of positive things about that game. So I think I might jump back into it if it's still on Game Pass on Xbox there. Don't know if I'll buy it on Switch, maybe, but definitely on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll probably, because Game Pass, the service is just too good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I pay for it twice because I got it for my daughter as well, just because it's that good. Like the value there, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a game. As soon as I can sit down and focus on a few, that'd be one. But if it comes out on the Switch and it's like cheap at some point, maybe if I hadn't played it on Game Pass. But why would I when I get it for free on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or xCloud. I think it was on xCloud too. Did you? What's your Mario Golf, man? So you remember NES Open back on the old NES and all the way through, right? What's your feeling? You excited? You don't care?
Indifferent. It's something I'd play. Those kind of games are kind of like couch co-op type of games, or like how we have our Mutant League Football type thing.
Yeah,
that's what I like to play them.
Which we need to, compete so I can beat you again, so it can be right.
Yes, you won last time. I'll never let that go. But the trophy's here. You're supposed to take it. Is it here? Yeah, it's right there.
That's it.
Yeah. So actually, I should show it.
Oh yeah, and when you get back, Steve, I got something else to show you too. Nice. Just a friendly reminder, Steve. Just why it's been a while since I mentioned that one, so I just had to bring that up.
Yeah, we won't talk about that on the. It was almost erased from my memory.
Almost. No, it'll never be erased, Fred. It will never be erased.
Yeah,
I know.
well, just on that, I have to do this to you.
Ah,
I don't know if you
bastard.
heard that. But,
I did. Um, no, the other one too. I'm actually pretty jazzed about is Ninja Gaiden. So like, I know it's coming to PC and PS4 as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'll pick up on PS4 just so I can play it on PS5.
Mhm.
But most likely it'll be on Switch. And I'm really hoping a lot of these games they announced yesterday do come out with physical releases because that's right. That's it. It'd be cool if it comes to limited run and all, or one of those. I would call them indie, but like limited run style companies where they just print a certain amount or open it up.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is, us being in Canada, it costs a lot of money, right? Like I picked up the collector's edition of Scott Pilgrim, the new one that they released there. I'm waiting for obviously that to come out, but that was like, a $25 game digitally. I think I spent $90 physically on
Yeah,
it,
right?
right? So
Did you watch the movie, I'm sure, eh?
oh yeah. Watch the
That's a
movie.
great classic movie. Cult classic.
I really actually, it's one game that Travis and I were playing through. I don't know if we ever actually finished it, but I think we'll do it this time around. We do a Shenmue 3. So
I don't think it was that long. I played pretty solid through it. It was kind of like a beat 'em up, if I remember, but
yeah,
it was a while ago. I think I downloaded it like when it first came out.
Yeah. That was the same. Like, the 2006 or 2000, whatever, right? The other cool one, which I don't know if I'll actually buy, maybe I will, is the Famicom Detective Club, which is kind of cool because it's the first.
There's two of them, right? So
Yeah.
I was looking at that. I'm like, I do like those Telltale games. I can't remember the last one I played, but correct if you can think of the name of it, with the two
Tales from the
brothers.
Borderlands. Oh man,
I can't think of it. And then I also played the oh my god, the
Walking Dead.
fairy tale ones. No.
Wolf
The big
Among
bad wolf.
Wolf. Not Wolf Among Us. That doesn't make sense. I know what you're talking about. I know what
And then the Batman ones as well. So,
but yes, the Batman ones were good.
So the thing I like about these type of games is you don't have to have huge focus with your hands if you're doing something. You're not super into it. It's sort of like a choose your own adventure book, if you remember those things.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it because it's just a story unfolding. You make decisions. Every now and again, there's a quick time event you have to jump in and that. But it's really one of those things. If I'm just mellowed out and tired and I don't have to focus too hard, it's just like a story that's playing out.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could remember the name of that one game with the two brothers, because that really pulled me into it.
Not The Walking Dead.
No. It's they're trying to get over the border to Mexico, and the younger brother has powers, and the older brother doesn't, and he kind of, he's on the run.
Nope, not off the top, man.
If I think of the name, I'll bring it back.
The only one that I really want to play from those guys is the Jurassic Park game. I know it wasn't very good, but I really, just because I like Jurassic Park, I was hoping to play that one.
Yeah, I have some pins and stuff for you if you want them from a loot crate.
Oh, nice. I'll maybe pick them up. No, the Famicom Detective Club. Yeah, I don't know, because if it's like that, like the Telltale games, or if it's more like Phoenix Wright style, or like
I never played it. I always thought that looked corny, but I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's fun. I've never finished any of them, but I've played most of them, so I'll get through like part of it. They're pretty long games, man. They're like 20, 30-hour games, and these are like you're reading and then searching and then paying attention to what's going on in the courtroom and all that stuff, right? So and trying to find when people are lying and stuff. So
you excited at all about No More Heroes guy, Travis Touchdown versus Aliens?
Yeah. No More Heroes 3. Yeah, I think I think so. I mean, I do like it. I did play the ones back on the Wii, so I'm looking forward to this one. It's just a weird take, man. Those games are so out there, which is nice because those games don't happen all that often anymore, right? People like No More Heroes 3. It's a big wanted game, but it's still like out of the ordinary. It's still kind of a cult following, right? It's not going to sell 10 million copies or 20 million copies, right? So be interesting to see how that one plays out. Looking forward to it. Did buy that one that they released last year. What was it called? Anyways, I wasn't a big fan of it. I put it down after a little while, but yeah, we'll see.
I'm trying trying to think of what else came out of the Nintendo Direct. I remember I was kind of hoping I'd hear something like a Nintendo Switch Pro or details on that or hints or even new Zelda stuff, but there wasn't a whole lot of that, right? It was just a bunch of updates and stuff coming out, which is cool. But
Yeah.
I think I had my hopes a little bit bigger for some announcements.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So, like, they're not going to release a new Switch, man. The Switch is doing so well. They don't need to release a new upgraded Switch. Yes, we've been on it since the very beginning, but like, dude, it's been selling like
It's
hotcakes.
4 years old now, I guess.
Yeah, 20.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
4 years. 4 years this March will be. 4 years this March. But again, like it's selling like hotcakes, right? Like they're been leading the console sales 20 months in a row, and like it's crazy. So why change it, right? It's the same thing with the 3DS. Why the DS
It's not
and the
broken,
3DS?
don't fit, right?
Exactly. Set out
So what do you
redesigns, but don't change the internals.
I'd like to see an update or an upgrade, but
Oh yeah,
maybe
100%.
that would be a whole new console then when they get to that point.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
so, I have work things popping up here. That's why I keep looking over, trying to ignore it. What did you think of the Star Wars Hunters announcement? And are you excited at that for all? Because to me, it's just like a tournament game, like Fortnite or something like that.
So I didn't like. I caught that was the one I didn't really catch. I caught the end of it because I was getting dinner ready for the kids. So it was right near the I didn't end up watching too much of it, so I need to watch it again. But it could be interesting. But exactly like you said, it's a free to play. I don't know if it's battle royale.
I'm not a
but
huge.
it's like,
I'm so much more a couch co-op type guy, or play with my friends. Like I'll play the Division 2 or Halo or Destiny online, but I always hated getting thrown in Destiny with people that I didn't know. It just I just didn't care.
Yeah,
you know, so I'd often try to stage it or set up my own matches to make sure that didn't happen. But if I ever wanted, I hated games that are forced to play online, and I just not as excited. But man, you set up 4 Xboxes and 4 TVs and Halo Combat Evolved. I'm there, like right there. That's my thing, right? I love couch co-op and yelling at each other and smacking each other and like, oh, F you, man! You're dead.
Oh yeah, that makes the best. That's the way it's supposed to be played, man. That's the way it's supposed to be played. So I hear you.
I remember when I first was dating my wife, and I was getting to know her friends more, and I was used to playing. I played NHL to death back then, and I used to play with my friends. And if they scored, I'd turn around and smack them. Give them a good shot in the arm, and without thinking, I'm playing with. Although girls are doing their thing, the guys are in the basement playing. NHL, whatever it was at the time, probably 2001 or something. And I remember I scored a goal and I just went over and cranked one of the guys next to me and they're, "Oh man, what's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And I remember later, they think you're really aggressive, and I'm like, "I was just playing the game." So it was a lot of fun though.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember we used to do. I think it was NHL. 2009, 2008, we did a tournament. It was a group of friends. There was Travis and myself and Mike and those guys, and we did a tournament. And legit, it was like we built out the round robin, semi, quarters, and semis and champions, and then we did like the winners and the losers division and all that stuff. It was pretty intense. But then we never did it again. I think we were like, no, this was too much. So we stopped.
So believe it or not, so that just dated us right there, our age gaps right there. But I actually won a Blades of Steel tournament back in the days, NES at the Hazeldean Mall in Canada.
Wow.
They had it set up there. I played it to death. Like back then, if I was outside playing hockey or just with the friends, like every day we were playing street hockey at least. And then if we were inside, I was playing Blades of Steel, like a lot.
Blades of Steel. See, I'm more of an ice hockey guy, not Blades of Steel. That was the game we played.
Yeah, the fat guy, the skinny guy, the medium guy. We used to always call them like, that's Wayne Gretzky, that's Ron Hextall, and that's back. I remember like every NHL game I've had, I've always made a big giant sumo goalie. Always called him Umga Wang. He was always the biggest guy I could make. And I always had this backstory that he used to be a sumo wrestler. I don't know why. I made this up when I was a kid. And he's so big, he takes up the whole net, so no one could get by him. And back then. But because I made that character back then, I just kept making him in every game.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. What did you watch the new WandaVision? Oh yeah,
I think
sorry.
so. Yeah.
WandaVision spoilers. Tune in. We got a timer running right now, so 5 minutes. Give you 5 minutes. This is your last warning. Okay, cool. So yeah, it was the Halloween one, the Halloween special.
Yeah, I did because I was trying to make sure where we're at. I'm not. So I did see it, and it was quite interesting. I didn't expect Vision to try and leave the dome like he did.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I kind of thought he would die if he'd do that, and you could see that. And then she lost it and expanded.
Yeah, expanded the
everything,
circle. Yeah, the hex.
And then pretty much all of those people that were guarding her or around it are now in part of her vision.
Yeah.
If you will. But I'm trying to remember all the details. I think, what's her name? The girl that was in Thor that. I can't. I'm
The doctor.
Drawing a blank for characters and names today.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can probably explain better. I'm just kind of summing up the end. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was interesting to see that they introduced Wiccan.
Yep.
And then technically not. Oh man, Speedster, I think is the kid's name. The other one, the Quicksilver, but yeah, Quicksilver's name. Chris.
I kind of like that they're finally showing their powers.
Yeah, and it's cool because it kind of opens it up, right? Because they're are they X-Men? No, I don't know if they're X-Men now. Anywho, yeah, I know it was cool that they showed their powers and all that stuff. The Vision thing was cool. Like I was hoping that was going to be the case, and it's cool to see that they actually showed that he was dying. So everything that he's doing in there is not like he's not real. Technically, he's not real, right?
Yeah,
like
she's fabricated him.
Yeah, exactly. She's using their powers to put them together. So, this kind of leans more again, like I mentioned last time we talked about it. Chanukah, my buddy, our buddy, I guess Chanukah had mentioned like this really pushes the Mephisto storyline, like the whole that magic thing and whatnot. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to episode 7. There, it comes out on tomorrow, I guess Friday, because today's the Thursday. So, hoping it's all right.
Yeah, we all watch it as a family, so it gives us something to look forward to and sit together. So sometimes I miss them or limited just if we're busy, and then they back up or whatever. But yeah, I just love that the kids are into it, and
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I do enjoy it, and it's supposed to be I think it's #1 watched show right now.
It's
and
good.
I think it's really good. They did a really good job on it.
One of my buddies actually reached out and said, just watch the first 2 episodes, and it's freaking weird, man. I'm like, give it a chance. It's good. Trust me. It's really good. So.
The other show Kathy and I have been watching is Murder Something. It's about Lisa Lam, the Canadian that was found in water tanks down in LA back in 2012. Mm-hmm. So we watched that. It really hooked us in the first 2 episodes. We're like, oh man, this is really good and really dark.
How did they make it that long?
Well, it was 4 episodes. They just talk about different aspects of everything that's happening. So
like a perspective of
by the third end of the 3rd episode, we're just like, I guess we'll just finish it. And then we finished.
Well, if it's only 4 episodes, it's like a very small mini series. Why not? I thought you were talking about it's a whole series. I haven't.
Well, no, but it's
heard anything about it. So
it's an hour long each episode, so it's long enough, right? It's 4 hours, and like I said, the first 2 were really good. We really liked it, and then we finished it off just to finish it off. So yeah.
So speaking of shows, we've been hooked into Superstore, and I found it I thought you recommended it. Yeah, and I found it started off slow, but now I'm just like, I didn't want to watch the next one and the next one. And I love the character Dina.
Dina. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just off the chart, weird and crazy and direct, and I just find her so funny and refreshing.
Yeah.
But I worked at a Walmart. I think you did too, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you never get that kind of time. And I know it's not Walmart; it's Superstore, Cloud9.
Yeah.
But God, actually, it makes me think of a story I could relate, something I did when I was at Walmart that would fit right into the show. So, believe it or not, I showed up to work in underwear. And so I bought shorts because I got wet or something like that.
Yeah.
And I put them on, and I'm coming into work like that, and somebody's like, "Why are you wearing underwear to work?" Like, these are shorts. Why does it have a button on your fly then? It's the new style. Shit.
That's funny.
So,
That's
but
funny.
yeah.
No, yeah, we just finished all the episodes on Netflix, so we were like, oh, can we watch it anywhere else? But Global plays it here in Canada, and they only have the like 6, 7, and 8, or 7, 8, 9. Like they only have 3 episodes midway through the season, so we're like, damn it, we'll have to wait till those seasons come out on Netflix to watch it.
I'm not caught up to you. We just passed the tornado one. Like, we're just a couple
Oh
episodes after
wow,
that.
yeah, okay, so that's season 3, I think it is, right? So
Yeah, the start of season 3, I think, and everyone thought, not is it Glenn? Not Glenn. He's the manager. I'm so bad with names tonight. I swear this
Brett?
is only my second. Brett, yeah, everyone thought he was dead.
Yeah.
And then they found that body in the wall, and I'm like,
Yeah.
And then now, the last episode we watched, Dina just agreed Greg's baby.
Oh yes, yes.
Surrogate mom.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
That's messed up.
Are you? What are you looking forward to? I can't wait for Winter Soldier. That comes out. Winter Soldier and Falcon. That's next week. Next month, I think it is. Which March, I believe. And that's pretty much it when it comes to new shows that
Honestly,
I can think of.
For me, the next Transformers, so Kingdom.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's what I'm really looking forward to.
That's
other than that, everything I just kind of take with a grain of salt. What's that?
That's May.
I don't remember.
No, I can't remember if they sent a date or not. I think we found it where I think it's May 30th. But anyways, we'll have to look back and check.
Yeah.
Talking about Transformers, you grabbed one for me, I think, eh?
Yeah. Do you want to see it?
I do.
All right, I gotta dig it out.
That sweet yellow monster. No, I can hear you, Steve. I can hear you. I can. That is quite the mic. Oh my goodness.
So he's all crumpled from being in a box, but he's in excellent shape.
So pretty.
And he's a lot better looking than mine just because of the color. It's mold.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's supposed to be
if I'd known I was pulling out, I would have prepped him up a little better.
Ah, that's all right. That's right. Sweet. 25th anniversary, eh? Oh,
Can you make out those lights?
Yes, sir. Sweet.
Yeah, I believe it's the 25th anniversary remake with the color scheme. I have the original one. All this is kind of clear.
Yeah.
And this is clear, and this just looks so much nicer. But good find, good steal. So yeah. Clint purchased this, on Kijiji?
Yeah, our Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. But the person lives not too far from me, so I went to pick it up for him. And when I saw it, I actually thought in my head, yeah, Clint, it's not worth it. Don't pick it up. I would never do that, but yeah, it's a good steal.
Deal. Yeah, well, it was kind of a steal too. I mean, with those ones are going for pretty high on Amazon, right? Or not on Amazon, eBay. So yeah, no, it was a sweet. Thank you to the lady that sold that to me for sure.
Yeah, seriously, shout out. Apparently, she was quite the collector, and she had a bunch of other things, but she sold a lot off. I think she's doing it in chunks. She said she used to live in Barhaven, and people were going there because she forgot to change her address and all that. So I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask her. I was like, well, it said Barhaven too, or like southern Ottawa. So I was just like,
South Ottawa or something.
Yeah, like, Riverside South there. Yeah, so it's like, oh, okay. What about you? Have you picked up anything?
I did. This was my pickup, and I'm actually super impressed.
Nice.
Like,
it does look good.
I'm thinking about it's very G1 accurate. I'm transforming it. It's smooth and easy. It's nice. Very tight. All you can attach all the blast effects to him.
So sweet. It'll make him look fine. Sweet.
Yeah, he's probably the best G1 Cyclonus I've seen, version. I only have 2 complaints, and they're very minor. The color. I don't like the color. I think he should be darker.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of, powdery purple, looks like something would put on their eyeliner or something.
Yeah.
And then you probably can't make it out here, but right along the fuselage here on the sides.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. But
it's by design. It's like it's just like, but I thought if they could just have tightened that up somehow, it would be better. But there's no tab or anything to put it in.
Yeah.
But overall, like I would give this like a 9.5 out of 10.
Nice. Is this the 35th anniversary of the movie? This year?
It might be.
Is 30,
so
35th?
1986.
Yeah, 86.
So yeah, 2021. Yeah, you're right.
So I've seen
August,
some.
8th, I believe it is.
So they've re-released some of the G1 for the anniversary. So there's the Cyclonus one. I was going to pick up Hot Rod when I was at EB. My initial arrival.
You saw him there? They had him?
No, they didn't have him. Not that EB. I think EB at Train Yards had him, but I
was
don't.
It Studio Series one, like where you could change his hand and everything? Because that one I want like so bad.
Yeah, the studio. I think it's Studio Series. Anyways, I'll send you the link later, because they also had that. That's what I wanted to go to Train Yards.
Kirsty's gonna be pissed at me when I.
Because they had.
I know where I'm going on the weekend.
They had Grimlock and Wheelie. Wheelie? Is it Wheelie and Grimlock?
Seriously? Yeah, Wheelie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was. No, that you're right. That's a Masterpiece one. Not a Masterpiece one. Studio Series as well.
Yeah. It's for the movie. So yeah,
I'm so impressed with the new Transformers versus what the old ones were like. Like they just keep, ever since Combiner Wars came out, they just keep getting better and better and better. You know, when the first Combiner Wars came out, I liked them.
Yeah.
But now, like these Earth Siege and
the
Kingdom
War for Cybertron stuff.
War for Cyber. They're just, the quality is just so much better. And
even
that is a Voyager class Transformer.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. The Deluxe are even good.
Yeah, well, that's like you're saying with Combiner Wars. Like, I think the Combiner Wars was probably they're okay, but the ones, everything after Combiner Wars, that generation that they had built, or whatever, that toy line at that time, everything after that, the quality just shot up. Like, I think it went.
They keep them scalable, so you can mix and match. And,
it's good. It's great to do that way.
Except for when you talk about like Titan class or or Supreme class or some of the big ones, you can't really make them scalable. But when you come to Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader, they all scale so well together.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So it's gonna be good. It'd be good. It'll be nice to see. While there's all the Kingdom additional ones are coming out soon too. Like there's the Megatron's T-Rex form, which will be nice to get. That comes out in March. Off the top of my head, that's all I could think of. But keep looking for the other ones too. Keep our hunt on. Stay tuned for a hunting video of Steve and I.
I can't wait to do that. Yeah,
looking for stuff, not just Transformers, but stuff.
I can't wait till we could do this in person.
Yeah,
and that will be one of the first things we can do in person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I think we're about time here, so appreciate it again, Steve. It's always nice chatting with you on our little conversations that we're having. Again, thank you everyone who has stayed tuned and watched us on YouTube and or listened to us on the podcast platforms. If you want to follow us, we're at Game.Bot Games on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. You can find Game.Bot Games or Generation Dragons on your podcast and or YouTube. And Steve, again, much appreciated. Keep collecting.
Keep playing.
Stay safe.
And keep safe. Yeah.